Great afternoon to all. Yo, it's a beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful Monday. We're making moves here and there of all kinds, man. We're planting. We planting. We plant. All right, so we're doing it how the ancient or not the ancient, but how the not the Aztec. Well, they probably used to do it that way too. But we're doing it how the Aboriginal Native Americans, they used to plant their corns and all of that, right? So they used to plant corn, and they used to plant the squash, and they used to plant vine-like, plants and shit like that, like roots and so on and so forth, along with corn and beans and peas, and the reason they used to do it like that was because, when they would plant the corn and the peas, they grow straight up, right? They grow like a kind of like a tree, kind of like how marijuana grows, right? So they would plant those first, and then on the floor, or they would also plant vine-like fruiting seeds, like watermelon is a vine-like fruiting plant, sweet potatoes, yam, cassava is more like a root, but we got what are the other ones? Squash and so on and so forth. So they would plant the corn first, or they would plant them in combination. Why? Well, so that the corn and the peas and those kind of like tree-like growing plants that grow straight up would not be fucked up by the weeds, and they wouldn't have to worry about taking out the weeds. Why? Because the vine-like plants that would grow across on the ground, right? They would grow across. You got ones that grow straight up. You got the ones that grow across. The ones that would grow across, they would prevent weeds from growing. So they didn't have to worry about picking out the weeds. They didn't have to worry about the weeds messing up their cosecha, their harvest. So they would do it as such, right? And it's crazy because when I pressed live, I wasn't intending to give you guys a whole agricultural talk, and then kind of bring a philosophy out of it. How, you can do the same thing with your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be in the process of like, going to college right now, right? So you may be, that's an example. You may be going to college right now, and in the same time as you're going to college, you may also be able to get a certificate to be a personal trainer. Example, right? You can and the same time that you're going to college, getting your collegiate degree, because you're uncertain if you're gonna use that degree for anything, or if that job specification is gonna even have jobs when you're done with it, right? So you may even go get a real estate certificate, right? So you may like, I'm gonna become a real estate while I also go and get my psychology degree, or while I go and get my criminal justice degree, or while I go and get my pharmacology degree, whatever it is for you, right? So you may be that person that's like, you're working on the corn, which may take a little longer to grow. So you also plant the squash or the watermelon, which may grow faster. I don't know. I haven't done this. I just read, and but I have planted corn. I have planted peas. Just never plant them combined. While I was in the Dominican Republic with my grandfather as an adolescent, 11-year-old, so on and so forth. But it's the same thing with life, man. They got this saying like, oh, don't be a jack of all trade and a master of nothing. Focus on one thing. Those things are important. You should focus. You should have a certain goal that you are working on every single day. You know what I'm saying? And for some people, it might be their financial development. For other people, it may be something else. It may be drawing. They're working on their craft artistically, or would it be communications, as I do, right? I try to talk every day to everybody, as many people as possible, whether it be a homeless person, whether it be a drug addict, whether it be a server at a restaurant, whether it is the bus driver, the mail lady, anybody. when I speak to somebody, I am aware that I am doing something. That other person may not know what the fuck. You may be like, oh, this guy talks so much, or he talks so well, wow, or oh wow, this guy is smart. But in my mind, I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm refining my communication skills. I'm refining my rhetoric. I'm refining my ability to articulate myself and to speak to many different people, relaying the same message, but in many different ways. You get what I'm saying? So for me, that one seed that is gonna, grow so abundantly that, generations after generations are gonna be able to pick fruit from that tree and eat. For me, it's communications. But still, I went and got my real estate license. And before I went and got my real estate license, I put myself in the ring, right? I allowed somebody to coach me as a fighter. I listened to him when they said, yo, you're great, bro. You got talent. You're a champion material. I didn't believe it at first, but they believed it before I believed it. They saw it before I was even able to see it. And I trusted. I trusted the process. And no shit. Got 2 titles, lost the first fight, but I learned. I learned the lesson. I learned, don't think you know everything, bro. Don't think you know everything. Listen to somebody that's already got the experience, right? So and before the fighting, I went and got my criminal justice degree, straight out of the military, didn't fucking think twice, just boom, heading first into college. And I didn't know that, communications, my ability to speak, the fact that I used to like to talk, but I had nothing to say, was going to be my saving grace, was going to be what I would be focusing on for the rest of my life, But, I thank God I didn't say like, oh, I can't do it. If I can't do this, I can't do the other things. No, I just started planting seeds. And I hope that you do the same, fam. I hope that wherever you are, with whatever you have, with whatever you got, you start working on yourself and you start doing the best of you start doing the best that you can with whatever you got, to the best of your ability, as often as possible. Despite whatever pushback, despite whatever failures, despite whatever shortcomings may come your way, I hope that you continue to plant seeds of all sorts, that you see yourself being able to eat, or that you see yourself being able to harvest and maybe giving to somebody else to eat. Right? Because that's all life is about. It's not just about us, right? You can plant the tree and you can damn well know that you're not going to eat from that tree. But at the end of the day, you like the fruit from that tree. And you would love if somebody else was able to eat from that tree. You know what I'm saying? So that's all life is about, man. It's about doing the best that you can by you, so that work that you do onto you, you can also reciprocate it onto others. I don't know if that's fucking right. To me, that's how I see it. I learn how to read so that I can speak, so that I can articulate myself the message that I needed to relay. Just as Malcolm X learned in prison how to read and write because he did not like the fact that he was unable to articulate how he was feeling to his family back home while he was locked up in prison. That's how I was feeling, when I first read that article about Malcolm X. I was like, damn, bro, I feel just like my boy Malcolm X. And lo and behold, I started grabbing books. I started doing what my boy Malcolm X did. I didn't grab the dictionary and wrote it word for word like he did. I did attempt to do it. I maybe got like a page in, but I did start grabbing the books. I did start reading the books. I did start writing in the journal. I started listening to people that are smarter than me on YouTube, on podcasts, on wherever I could get my hands on. You get what I'm saying? So, yo, do the same, bro. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel any type of way. Start doing whatever you can with what you got, wherever you are at this moment and point in life. And keep planting, keep watering that seed, and keep planting other seeds. Keep watering that seed and keep planting other seeds. It takes the Chinese bamboo tree 5 years of consistent watering for it to grow in 60 days over 100 fucking feet or some shit like that. And I think it was Les Brown that was talking about it. And he was like, now, does it take that tree to grow? Does that take that tree 30 to 60 days to grow 100 feet? Or does it take that tree 5 years of watering for it in order to grow that 100 feet in that 30 to 60 day period? And the thing is, bro, you gotta water your dream every fucking day, every day, man. And especially when people say like, "Yo, bro, the fuck are you doing, bro? That shit don't make no fucking sense." Yo, fuck them, bro. Fuck anybody's opinion about what the fuck you're doing, because at the end of the day, the dream was not given to them, it was given to you. They don't have to fucking see it, they don't have to believe it. You gotta believe in it, you've gotta see it, and you gotta work on it so fucking hard that the world has no other option but to believe in it with right along with you. All right, other than that, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna continue drinking my Blue Demon that I made right here, banana and blueberry with peanut butter and almond and hemp seeds and cinnamon and pink Himalayan salt and almond milk. It's lit. It's dope. And we're blessed. And if blessed doesn't sound right to you because you feel less, because of the way this language is set up, this English storytelling language, then be fortunate. You are full of fortunes, and you have been born into life to make the world more rich through the fortunes that were planted inside you before you were even born into reality. All right, you're here for a purpose, man. You're here for a purpose, and the only way your life can have meaning is when you begin to live your life on purpose. Other than that, you have a blessed, beautiful, wonderful, amazing rest of your Monday. All right. Give your days some mind. Give your life some mind and attention. 1.